This is Maria from Maxi-Physio. I prepared for you today a group of exercises that should help you if you're suffering with tennis elbow, and they can also help if you have wrist pain. So for these exercises you need a theraband, so an elastic band, and ideally you want to use a stick, or it doesn't have to be this long, but something that you can grab into. So we're going to start actually with the stick. For this, I'll show you from the back in a second. I'm just going to bring my hands at the back. So I'm just holding the stick like this, and we're going to be flexing and extending the wrist 15 times. So you want to work towards full range, keeping the elbows straight. And if I show you from the side, so you can see again from that view, that's great. And we'll do again 15 repetitions. Once you've done those 15, we're going to hold the stick in front of us, and you can then extend the wrist as you take the arms up, and then bring them back to neutral as you lower down. And you're going to do again 15 of these ones. So I'll show you from the side so you can see again. I'm just doing the wrist extension at the end. The rest of the time the arm stays neutral. Great. Then we're just going to hold the stick now with my elbows. I'll start here, elbows bent, palms facing up, and we're going to work into flexion and extension on this range. So it feels a bit different now because your elbows are bent. You probably feel the difference on the movement. And again, you might experience a little bit of a stretch here and there, that's all fine. If you experience any pain or discomfort, make sure it's not 4 out of 10. Meaning 0 no pain, 10 the worst possible pain that you could ever experience. And I'll show you again from here. You'll be repeating again 15 repetitions. Great. Then once you've done these ones, we're just going to hold stick like this. I'm going to put something long like this, just mind a little bit the length, and we're just going to be doing radial deviation, basically just taking the wrist up from the thumb side and back to neutral. Okay, this one usually doesn't allow a lot of range, that's all normal. And once you've done 15 of these ones, then we'll do the ulnar deviation, which is the opposite range. Just going to adjust the stick so it doesn't hit the floor. Again, it doesn't have to be a broomstick like this one. You can use something else that you can maybe find at home. Make sure it's something you can grab easily, and make sure it's not heavy. At least to start with, you can of course progress these with weight. So weight bar if you're at the gym, or if you've got any free weights at home, like ½ kilo or 1 kilo, you could progress these eventually. But once your pain and your control has improved a little bit. And then the last one we're going to do is just moving from supination into pronation. So elbow bent, and we're just going to be turning to face up and down from the forearm and the palm of your hand. And your wrist should be neutral for these. So just notice how my wrist is not extending or bending. It's staying in line with the forearm. And we'll do again 15 of these ones with control. And you notice again which part of the movement it's a little bit weaker. I do have some issues on this forearm and elbow and wrist actually, so I definitely notice what part of the movement it's worse for me. So you'll probably experience that, which is good to know, to bring awareness. Once you've done your 10-15, then we're going to start working with resistance. So for this, might be better if you sit on a chair, but you could do this of course standing. I'm going to show you from this view. So you want to use a theraband. If it's not one of these ones that you can actually place your hand through, if you're one of the elastic ones, you can just wrap it around sort of like this, yeah, around all fingers including the thumb, and then step on it for resistance. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my hand through, including the thumb. I'm going to be stepping on the other end of the band. Don't think you can see that very well, but basically stepping on the band. And you could do also this sitting with your arm resting over a table. So I'm just going to show you like this, but if you've got a table where you can reach the front, that's fine too. So we're going to start doing isometric contractions, which is basically you're going to tense the forearm muscle, the extensors, but without movement happening. So start with your elbow bend. Just bring your wrist from sort of being flexed to neutral passively, and then hold there for 3, 2, 1, and then just gently help yourself to relax. So it's important that you help yourself to get there, and once you're on tension, release your hand, hold 3, 2, 1, and release. Same thing. Let's repeat it again. 3, 2, 1, release. We're going to do 2 more, so we're going to be doing 3 sets of 5 repetitions. 3 with a 3-second hold on each. 1, release. And one more time. Hold 3, 2, 1, and release. So you can have a bit of a rest. Think about maybe 30 seconds or a minute, and then you can repeat the same thing again. And we'll do again another 5 sets of the 3-second hold. Then after the 5 sets, you take again about 30 to 60 second rest, and then you can come back again to another 5 reps to finish the whole series. Then the next progression is going to be with the arm straight. So for this, I'm going to just need to release the band a bit. And you're going to start with the arm extended. You're going to start with a bit of flexion. Help yourself passively. And again, 3, 2, 1, and release. This one is a little bit harder to do because they're always extended. So if you experience shoulder pain or it's a bit too strong, you can always skip this one and just work with the one I just showed you. And do it again, 3, 2, 1, release. 2 more times to finish this set. 3, 2, 1, release. 1 more. 3, 2, 1, and release. Then you can have your 30 to 60 second rest and repeat 2 more sets of 5 repetitions each with a 3-second hold for each one. Now, so I would suggest to do that for a week. If you're improving, then we can progress to a concentric contraction, which basically is now moving into range and holding it. So rather than helping yourself with your hand, we'll start again with elbow bend. Your wrist will be flexed, and you're just going to pull to neutral, hold for 3, 2, 1, then release. And you can do it again. Sorry, so you start there, 3, 2, 1, and then you can help yourself passively. I forgot to add that. So you're going to go again, pull, 3, 2, 1, and then help yourself. And we'll do it again, pull, hold, 3, 2, 1, then help yourself to release. The last one, pull, 3, 2, 1, and release. You can do again your 3 sets or 5 repetitions each with a 3-second hold, and then you can again release the band a bit like I'm doing, and repeat it with your arm extended. So starting from there, pull 3, 2, 1, help yourself to release. So you assist yourself a little bit, and the same. Again, if this is a little bit sore on your shoulder, you can skip this one as well. Just show you again, 3, 2, 1, release. Just finish the set. Then you can ideally want to do another 2 sets with your 30 to 60 second recovery in between. Great. Then again, that could be your second week, and The last stage is going to be doing eccentric contractions, which is when you contract the muscle but you lengthen it at the same time, which requires more control. So we'll come back to elbow bend, and you're going to start with the wrist flexed, and then for this one you're going to help yourself coming back to here, maybe even a little bit extended if that's okay, and then you're going to really control the return. So you're working throughout the return, you're not letting go. Then you help yourself come to neutral, perhaps a bit extended if that feels appropriate, and then release very slowly, thinking of releasing again on 3, 2, 1. Then again, help yourself passively, and again. Good. And we'll do again 5 repetitions. So this is the 4th one. One more. Release. So you could repeat again 2 more sets of 5 each with a half minute or a minute rest in between, and then the progression again would be with the band a little bit looser and extending the arm if the shoulder feels okay. Start again with the wrist a bit on flexion, bring yourself passively to neutral, a bit extended, and then return with control in about 3 to 5 seconds. So if you come back passively and work through the return, and we'll repeat it again. 5 in total, this is true. But as I say, if these ones are a little bit too strong, or again, not just the shoulder, but the elbow doesn't like it, or your wrist doesn't like it, or the forearm, then you can skip these ones and work with your elbow bend. And you can again do your 3 sets, 5 repetitions, but taking 3 to 5 seconds to return. So those are the progressions that you could do. So again, start isometric, no movement, then concentric, which is working towards the extension, and then eccentric, this is the last stage, where you start from extension and you return to flexion. So I wouldn't be doing all of those. I would start again 1 week with one, and if it goes okay, then progress, and if it goes okay, progress to the last stage. The same applies to the stick exercises. I would do maybe the first 2 weeks just holding a bar that it doesn't have any weight, and if that's going well, then you can add something that is about ½ kilo or 1 kilo for progression. We can also do a bit of a stretch for the muscles that we're just working. So we can just go and, with the elbow extended, just flexing the wrist and then just holding these for about 20 to 30 seconds, which should be feeling hopefully nice. We can also extend the wrist and just to stretch with the flexors too, not just extensors. That usually feels nice, because even if the problem with tennis elbow is extensors, often the flexors can be also tight. And then we can add slightly different variation, where you take the arm out a little bit, you flex the wrist, maybe take down a bit further, and then maybe just add a bit of a lateral stretch. This will help a little bit the neck, and if you got maybe a little bit of compression on one of the nerves, it might give it a little bit of release too. And you can hold again for about 20 to 30 seconds, then release, and you could add as well the extension and then the lateral bending on the neck. And maybe just choose the ones that give you a better stretch. Maybe do all of them. Just listen to your body and work with what it feels good. Then what you could also add, if you're experiencing again quite a bit of pain at the moment, after the exercises, or if you're doing any exercise, whether it's at the gym or a group class, or if you're, let's say for example, moving or carrying weight, or you're shopping and it gets sore, you can apply a bit of ice, whether it's a cold pack or ice itself. Always rub it on something so that you don't apply directly on the skin, so the skin doesn't burn, and then you can hold it for about 5 to 10 minutes. And I would apply where you're experiencing the pain. So if you're having the pain in the elbow, apply it on that area. If you're experiencing more pain on the wrist, apply it on the wrist. And if there's a particular area on the forearm where you feel the muscles are a little bit bruised or inflamed, you can apply it there too. Ice is always great. It helps with pain relief and inflammation. So I would suggest if you're at the moment suffering with considerable pain, just to add the icing after you finish the whole set of exercises and stretches that I show you, and you could also do it during the day, maybe 2-3 times a day. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. If you would like to see any other content, please message me. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll hopefully see you soon in my next video.